All right, hi everybody. So today we're doing a little presentation right now. So we have a soccer player here at Queens, and what we're doing is basically just get an idea of how his nutrition is and any type of issues that he has as a soccer player. So what's your name, bro?
David Christian Oprea.
Nice. And what position do you play?
I play winger for the most part, but I can play striker a little bit too.
Okay. And one of the questions I have for you is, how good is your team?
My team, we've been progressing a lot since the first year I came here.
Okay.
And we were the champions last year.
Really? No way. Wow.
We fell short this year, but I definitely think we're, if not the best, top two at least.
I like the confidence. Love the confidence. So I'm just going to start asking you some questions, a little bit about some nutrition, and you can give me like some honest feedback. What do you eat like 3 to 4 hours before the game?
I make sure I'll always get 2 meals before the game.
Okay.
So if the game is early, which is not usually the case unless we play an away game, it's usually late, so 7. So I have plenty of time to have my 2 meals in.
Okay.
For breakfast, I'll have a bigger bowl with oats, frozen fruit, some protein powder, some PB2, which is basically
Powdered peanut butter?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And some honey and cinnamon. So sweet, a lot of carbs, but like good carbs.
What would you say is like your nutrition like after a game?
So because the games are ending pretty late, like 9, 10, and I have class early the day after, I make sure I get sufficient protein. I'm aiming for like 30 to 40 grams. Okay. Usually I get between 20 and 30 realistically. But I'm not trying to get too big of a meal in because that affects my sleep and my recovery ultimately.
Do you consume anything like during the game?
Not usually, no. Usually have like a Gatorade thing with water, and a second one with actual Gatorade. So if I feel like I need some extra, a little extra sugar or whatever, I'll have a cup or two.
At halftime, anything like that?
Yeah, and if I play a lot, or I feel exhausted, I'll have like a protein bar or banana in my bag.
You're still in college and you're the athlete. Is it hard to kind of like schedule meals throughout the day?
Depends. I mean, it also depends a lot on your class schedule. Luckily, I have a good class schedule for my sessions late at night, so I have time to go home, make a proper meal, and just eat it right away, and then go to the soccer session or whatever. I would say it's not too tough for me, but I know most of the guys on the team struggle with getting even enough food in their system before a soccer session or a game. So luckily for me, I have time, and I don't struggle with getting enough food in. No, you got to be structured and disciplined for sure, because if your schedule's packed, you're taking a lot of classes, you got to meal prep, for you to get enough nutrition in. How
How big of a factor do you think your nutrition contributes to your performance on the pitch?
I would say it's a key factor for sure. I mean, number 1 will be sleep, and then number 2 nutrition.
100%. Like put sleep on top.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't say I'm the best sleeper, but I definitely try to prioritize sleep as much as I can. On average, I also track my sleep with this tracker. I mean, I'm getting on average about 7.5 to 8 hours.
Okay.
On average, ideally, I will aim for 8+.
Do you avoid like specific foods, during season per se, that may affect your performance like negatively?
Yeah. Yes and no.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't have certain foods before a game, like as the part of the schedule where we have to like perform constantly. But I'll definitely treat myself like after a long week. I have a sweet tooth big time,
Me too.
and my favorite thing to have is ice cream. So I'll kill a pint, bro. Ben and Jerry.
Bro.
Yeah. Like once every 2 weeks or something. Yeah. Trying to balance it. So I'll have like what I call a 80-20 rule or a 90-10 rule, whatever your goal is, 95-5%.
Yeah.
So 95% of the time, if you take 95-5, 95% of the time you eat clean, good, or like at least goal oriented.
Yeah.
And the rest 5% is whatever. Like whatever you feel like.
Have you ever felt low on energy during practice, maybe because you didn't get proper nutrition, or maybe some type of factor that you probably didn't account for that contributed to you not having enough energy during a game?
For sure. And that's easy to feel too, because sometimes you'll go to the game or a soccer session and be like, whoa, I feel awesome.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll be like, I don't know why I feel so low in energy, because I did all the right things. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. It could be food, it can be sleep. It can also be like the strain that put you in that you put in your own body.
The actual stress.
By going to school, going to class, being present, talk to all these people in class, out of class. There's a lot of factors that can contribute to you not have enough energy. But I think the 2 main pillars for me, as I said earlier, was there's sleep and nutrition. If you have those 2, you kind of do, I want to say, 75% of the work.
As a soccer player, if you could summarize probably one factor, what would you say is the biggest struggle you have with nutrition?
I would say just making sure you're constantly goal oriented. I mean, at least for me as a soccer player who could I'm personally trying to, do as well as I can in the sport. Trying to make sure you progress somehow and trying to make sure you have the right foods when you eat. I think because it's so easy just grabbing something quick, fast, whatever from like a truck or whatever, like Uber Eats, whatever.
Even on campus, like there's like, you're kind of limited with the options that you have. You'll have like the halal carts and the convenience and the fast food around here. So it's probably like more of a challenge to probably consume the right foods as an athlete because you're trying to like optimize for performance.
Exactly. Yeah, and if you didn't meal prep, then it's easy to just spend $10-15 on like a platter or a wrap. So,
well, brother, I absolutely appreciate your time. Thank you for the interview, bro.